Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of my tummy tuck journey. So, I do have some notes here that I want to go through, and I will try to make this video just as quick and brief as the other videos, just to, let the process flow. So, people like to jump straight into having surgery. They don't try to, give you the important information as far as preparations go and, things you need to know before and right after surgery. Before you have surgery, just so you have some type of knowledge as to, hey, you might want to know about this, you might want to know about that. So that's what this video is about today. We are going to first start off with before having surgery. I think it's very important to have your mental right. Knowing mentally what you're getting yourself into when you're having surgery, any type of surgery, but in this particular instance, it will be having a tummy tuck surgery. So, knowing that this is a very life-altering surgery procedure is very, very important. That is like number one. This is life-altering. This is something that you cannot go back and change. I mean, you can have it altered if you needed to, but this is something that is going to be permanent and with you the rest of your life. So, your body will change permanently once you get a tummy tuck. Any type of plastic surgery that you have, your body will change. Please know that, there will be a time period to wait on proper healing. And if this is not going to be an overnight healing. This is going to take some time. Some people, it may take, some weeks or whatnot for their incisions to, heal and for them to start feeling back, about 50%ish. But there are people who heal a lot slower. You don't know if you're going to be that person. So just mentally know that you can't just jump up and do what you were doing prior to having surgery. This surgery in particular. You need to know you have to take it easy on yourself. So knowing, okay, I'm going to have to take it easy. I can't just be, moving around the way I was moving around before, lifting things, Listen to your surgeon when they tell you about what you should expect after your surgery as far as activities go. Make sure you don't try to be a superhero, superwoman, superman, and try to do things that you should not be doing. Let your body heal. Mentally prepare yourself to have some good days and some bad days. Some days you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, why did I do this to myself? And then there will be other days that you might be like, you know what? This is like the best thing I could have did for myself. Yes, you will have them ups and you will have those downs. You need to definitely keep in mind that you will not be able to take a shower for a couple days, if not about a week. You will be doing what I will call the good old bird bath. You will be doing wipe downs. And maybe it depends on how you're feeling, that you may have to depend on someone else to give you those bird baths. So, keynote. If this is something that you are not already doing, make sure you take care of your internal hygiene. Drinking plenty of water, taking your probiotics, and try not to eat foods that are going to come out through your pores right before surgery. Because that's not a good look. Don't embarrass yourself, sis, bruh, whomever you may be having this procedure. You are relying on someone to help you, a caregiver, a friend, a sibling, whoever. They don't want to smell that. They don't want to smell that. So make sure you take care of your internal hygiene. Try to get your pH balance balanced and keep them at good levels. Research it. Know your body. Know your pH balance levels and try to keep them there. Because that will help out for you not being able to take showers for a couple days. Because you don't want to be, you going to smell yourself before somebody else do. And then you got to be like, oh, Lord, I got to tell somebody to come over here and help wipe me? Oh. That's what we doing today? You don't want to do that. So make sure you take care of your internal hygiene. so that your external hygiene, it's gonna fall in line. There's people out there who don't have access to regular everyday showering, and they do what they can do to try to keep that smell down. So that's something that you might want to definitely look into. Make sure your internal hygiene is up to par. All right, let's get into some post-op information that you need to know. Number one, make sure you have a very good support system. Have people that are behind you, or keep your business to yourself. Make sure that there are people that are going to support you, regardless if it's something that they do not agree upon. Just make sure that it is people that love you, that are going to, be there for you in time of need. And if you are hiring an outside service, make sure that they're a reputable service. You don't want some Joe Schmo that's just going to check on you every once in a while or whatnot and leave you be. Because I've seen videos where, they have gone somewhere, rented an Airbnb, hired a nurse, and the nurse didn't come check on them but every once in a while. And they were struggling trying to do for themselves. And you can't just do for yourself at that time. You can't do it. Right after surgery, especially this type of surgery, it's not going to happen. No. Try to get all your things in order as far as all of your supplies. I did a video. You can check that video out as well, as far as the supplies that you would need, and put them into a bag or a suitcase and keep them readily available for whomever will be taking care of you. You don't want them having to search all over the house looking for this, looking for that. Have everything right there. It'll make it easier for you, and it'll make it easier for them. If you're returning home, make sure you clean your house. Clean your house and make sure your house is nice, tidy, and orderly. Because the last thing you want to do is come home to a house that everything all over the place. Your linen ain't clean. Your bed ain't made. You don't want to do that. Make sure your house is tidy and clean. Food preparation after surgery. If you don't have someone that is going to come in and cook for you, it might be advisable for you to put together a few meals, like maybe 2 days or so beforehand, even like the little prep meals, because you want to do like high protein. So there's like videos out there for meal preps, and you might want to do some meal prepping beforehand. If you have someone that is not really, able to cook for you, you can say, hey, go grab me a meal prep out the refrigerator, pop it in the microwave, bring it on up. Makes it a lot easier. You want to be sure that you have adequate time off of work, because you cannot just jump up and go back to work. Depending on what type of job you have, if you're working from home, hey, you can just jump on a computer, a couple weeks after the fact. But if you are someone who has physical labor to do at your job, you're not going to be able to just go back to work, lifting things, moving around, making sudden movements and stuff like that. They expect you to be off work already for at least 3 weeks. But I think some doctors will clear you to go back to work probably around 2 weeks or so. But you have to have a sit-down job, and it's going to be dependent upon your healing process and what you think that you are able to tolerate. So make sure that you have adequate amount of time off of work. Please keep in mind, as I said before, that this is not a quick process for healing. You will swell over and over and over and over and over. I want to say I was swollen just in having liposuction for at least a month or so. It probably longer than that. Your thigh will probably be your best friend as far as when it comes to swelling. You will be in what they call swell hell. Swelling is what is going to have you in this mindset like, oh my gosh, I'm not looking no smaller. It's because you're swollen. You're going to be swollen for a while. So please keep in mind. Going to my next thing to remember post-op, that your results could be a good year before you see your final results. I've had liposuction twice now. Um, 2021, I think, in 2022. I believe that's the two times. I do have another video you can see here. But when I had surgery, I looked this way. And right now, 2 years later, I look this way. So, my body has changed. And from when I started, it's like I'm over here now. All of this up here, I've gained so much more, body mass up top. My midsection, not so much, but I do have the fact that my muscles aren't together right at this moment. I look, more fluffier around the belly area. And my hips, I don't have any hips, but my butt is a little bit bigger than what it was before. And my legs. So your body will, your fat will distribute differently once you have surgery. Please keep that in mind. If you smaller up top, a lot of times when you have surgery in your belly area, that fat that comes back, or that fat that you gain, will not come back in that same area necessarily. Some people will happen, some people won't happen, but it goes in your arms, it goes in your chest, it goes in your back. That's why we be having that linebacker look. And it goes in your legs and in your butt. So the fat distributes to different areas. So remember that your body will change over the time period. You're going to look like this when you have surgery. You're going to look like this 6 months later. You're going to look like that in a year. And it all depends on what you're doing to maintain your results after the fact as well. So they will suggest you getting massages. That is very, very, very important as well. I wish I had looked more into having massages after having air sculpt, because they tell you don't have to have them. But I felt like I had the hardness. So like the fluid or seroma or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure exactly what it was. But I feel like I would have had better results if I had had massages done. I didn't have them done. But for sure, I've already scheduled, booked, and pretty much paid for all of my massages. Massages will be a definite. I will be having massages. Make sure that you keep in mind that you can find good masseuses in your area that can do the lymphatic drainage massages. Take advantage of it and get it done. And lastly, to sum up this video, do something nice for yourself before you go have surgery. Please. Because you don't want to go through the mental stress and all the other stuff. And if you do things like that, do something good for yourself. Like, get your hair done. Get a pedicure. I'm not going to say necessarily go out and get your nails done, because you finna have surgery. You're going to be having to wipe yourself and do all this other stuff. You don't want to worry about no long fingernails. So, just do something nice for yourself. Just to make yourself, feel pretty, feel handsome. And I think it will, it'll just put you in a better mood when you come out of surgery. Because you're going to be in a lot of pain. You're going to be uncomfortable. And you're going to be uncomfortable for a minute. So, last thing you want to do is step in front of that mirror and you looking crazy. Looking crazy, feeling crazy. It's just like, ugh. But I think that is like a nice gesture for yourself, is to do something nice for yourself. All right? So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.